Hello, and thanks everyone for joining us. I'm Dr. Eric Hollinger, and I'm a tribal liaison in the Repatriation Office of the Anthropology Department in the National Museum of Natural History. I'd like to share with you some of the work the Anthropology Department has been doing with 3D digitization and replication of the museum's collections in collaboration with Native American tribes. Like the other collections in the museum, the Anthropology Department is finding new ways of researching and increasing access to the objects in our care. At the request of tribes we work with in the repatriation process, we are finding unique, groundbreaking ways of applying 3D digitization and replication in the service of tribal efforts to educate others and perpetuate their cultures. With the critical assistance of our Smithsonian partners, Smithsonian Exhibits, and the Smithsonian Digitization Program Office, we've been able to find unprecedented ways of helping tribes apply 21st century technology to achieve their goals. Our first project focused on a pewter pipe, a funerary object being repatriated to the Delaware and Munsee tribes. The tribes asked us to CT scan and then 3D print the pipe so they could rebury the original while retaining physical copies to teach about their material culture and about repatriation. We've also worked with the Tlingit Hoona Indian Association in Alaska to repatriate and then replicate funerary objects from shamans' graves. Hoona gained legal control over the objects through the repatriation process, but they also recognized the value of having 3D replicas that can be safely handled and studied by future generations. The originals are believed to have potentially dangerous spirits in them, as well as contamination by pesticide residues, so use of replicas could avoid these hazards. We worked with Hoona to digitize dozens of objects and then 3D print or machine them from actual wood, making one set for Hoona and one set for the museum. Once completed, a team of Tlingit artists from Hoona will travel to the museum to finish painting them and attach materials using traditional techniques. We've also worked with the Tlingit to digitize and then print working replicas of rare Tlingit spear throwers previously thought too short to have been functional tools. We took the replicas outside and threw spears with them, proving they worked. And then we took them to Alaska, where we reintroduced them to the Tlingit community. In another collaboration, we repatriated a killer whale ceremonial hat to the Tlingit Daklawedi clan, and then years later, the clan brought the hat back to the museum to allow us to digitize it and make a perfect replica to exhibit, to teach about repatriation in Tlingit culture. Setting precedent, the replica hat is available to the clan to be checked off exhibit and danced as regalia when Tlingit dance groups visit Washington. That project also demonstrated that the technology could be used to restore or replace lost or broken ceremonial objects. This led to our most recent project, the story for which we are now proud to share with you in the following video.